It was a rainy afternoon in London when MI6 received a coded message from Brussels. It was short, but the name on it sent a chill through the office. Giorgi Panzeri. A former Italian politician turned special advisor, Panzeri had been under quiet observation for several months. Now it seemed things were heating up. Panzeri wasn't just anyone. On the surface, he looked like a retired diplomat, a man who spent his days giving lectures and sipping espresso in Parisian cafes. But behind the scenes, something darker was unfolding. Whispers from various European intelligence agencies hinted that Panzeri was involved in a network that traded secrets, not for ideology, but for money. A lot of it. MI6 officer Clare Hensley was assigned to the case. Young but sharp, she had already solved 2 difficult operations in Eastern Europe. Her task was simple: follow Panzeri, collect evidence, and find out who else was involved. The trick was doing it without alerting him. She started in Luxembourg. There, she tracked a suspicious financial transfer, nearly 200,000 euros, into a company connected to Panzeri's family. It was a dead-end company. No office, no staff, no real services, just a name and a bank account. Claire flagged it and moved on. The next stop was Geneva. Panzeri had scheduled a charity conference there. Claire, posing as a journalist from a small British newspaper, managed to attend. She noticed something strange. Panzeri didn't spend much time with the other speakers. Instead, he met privately with 2 men, one from Morocco, the other from Qatar. Later that evening, he disappeared for several hours. MI6 tapped into hotel security cameras. They saw Panzeri slipping out a side entrance, getting into a car with diplomatic plates. He returned just before dawn, alone. Whatever had happened, it wasn't part of any conference. Back in London, Claire pieced together the puzzle. There were secret meetings in Brussels, gifts from foreign embassies, and encrypted messages that only made sense when viewed through the lens of trade negotiations. Panzeri, it seemed, was selling influence. The question was, how far did it go? One night, Claire intercepted a call between Panzeri and a former EU official. The 2 spoke in a mix of Italian and French, but Claire caught enough to understand. Something big was coming. A meeting. Important. Risky. And it would take place in Rome. She flew there the next morning. Rome was louder, faster, and more dangerous. MI6 worked with the Italian police to set up surveillance. Panzeri met with 4 people in a quiet villa outside the city. 3 were known figures in the world of international business. The 4th was a mystery. He wore a hat and sunglasses and carried a briefcase that never left his side. They talked for 5 hours. The next day, Panzeri booked a flight to Dubai. Claire had to act fast. MI6 wanted more proof, but if he left Europe, they could lose him for good. She made a bold call: order the arrest. At Fiumicino Airport, just before boarding, Panzeri was taken in. Calm, almost smiling, he didn't resist. But his phone had been wiped. His laptop was encrypted. The briefcase? Empty. What MI6 found next was even stranger. Several files on Panzeri's home server had been erased remotely. Someone had known. Someone inside the system, close enough to warn him. And that was just the beginning.